So it's a little confusing, right? Because new films hit Amazon Prime, and I thought I'd give one of those a check because it wasn't very long, 90 minutes. So I went, all right, let me check this. Had Pierce Brosnan in, so I'm like, "Oh, yeah, Pierce, I like Pierce. He's a good actor." Whoo, sometimes don't do it. That's what I mean. Sometimes don't do it. Hold back. Right. So yeah. But it's weird because this film Urge, right, which is showing on Prime in the UK as a new film. When I look into it, it was had it was kind of released in 2016. It's weird because it says a limited release, right? Then it went on to DVD, which but yeah, it's weird because it's not a new film, but Prime UK says it is. Anyway, people. Anyway, so it is directed by Aaron Kaufman. Jerry Stahl wrote the screenplay from a story by Guy Buzik, Aaron Kaufman, and Jason Zumwalt. It is produced by Joran Bazilili, Warren Goz, Eric Gold, Mark Neverdeen, and Skip Williamson. Cinematography is Lyle Vincent. It is edited by Jerry, no, Jeffrey Wolf. I don't know how I'm struggling with that name. Jeffrey. Right. The music is from the Newton Brothers. Uh, and the cast. Well, people. Well, there's a lot of people that people will know. So you have Pierce Brosnan, he plays the man. Ashley Green is Teresa. Justin Chatwin is Jason Bretner. Um, Alexis Knapp is Joey. Danny Matheson is Neil. He's kind of one of the main. Well, it's Neil and Jason who are the main two, kind of. We have Ki Hui as Zimora, Bar Pally as Denise, Chris Green is Vic, Nick Fawn is Danny, Jeff Fahey is Gerald, and Alison Lohman is Mother. So yeah. Now, the gist of the film is this. Where am I? I've got turned around. Bent on having fun, a group of friends decide to take a vacation in a sun-kissed island, intent on spending an entire weekend of partying and drinking. They're excited about the long night of debauchery ahead of them at the local club, Volcano. The friends have a chance encounter with the nightclub's mysterious owner who introduces them to the light of an entirely different drug, the urge. However, before long, as the ecstatic holidaymakers shed their inhibitions, the dream turns into a deadly nightmare, transforming the idyllic tropical retreat into a bloody playground. So, I mean, we've kind of had, you know, this story numerous times over the years, right? But, I think it's always interesting to see people's iterations of things. So we open up. Hey, the opening credits were kind of just banging and irritating. But once we get out of the way, we're with Neil. He's a business tycoon, right? And he is basically, you know, we see him brokering a deal, right? And it looks all pleasant at the beginning, but I mean, kind of, but basically, he's showing I've got all the power. You people need to be quiet and do what the hell I'm telling you, right? That's essentially how they're kind of showing it, you know. So we have this, and it's a bit like, okay, fine, whatever. But he's saying, I need to tie this up because I'm going away. You hear that noise? That's my helicopter. My friends are on the roof and we're going. So he's invited all his friends to go to this island, and he's super rich, so he is lavishing them with money. Now, there's a few things that are a bit odd, right? Because yeah, we're meant to be, he's filthy rich. He owns a house on this island. But then when we have them go to the nightclub, it's like he doesn't know what this place is. He struggles to get in, and it's just like, what? So it's a bit odd, that he owns a place. He's been here, but he doesn't know anything. But anyway, so yeah, we see the friend dynamic. There's obviously the one who everyone takes the mickey out of. You've got Jason, who is meant to be the drifter type. The others are in relationships, and he's just like, I'm just having a different girl every night of the week. That he's supposedly an artist, right? Does a mural for Neil. We find out something about that later in the film, which again kind of takes away from another aspect of we're told, right? It's weird. It's weird. There's a lot of messy trip ups in here, which you then go that it makes no sense, But yeah, so they're at this, and he's like, "Oh, let's go to this nightclub. I've got all this booked. We got cabs, we have steakhouse, and all these different things." So they go to this club, and it's meant to be the hot spot, right? Now Neil tries to flex his power and money, can't get in, but Jason, he gets them in, right? Now, you see those situations, right, where people pretend to have fun, but you can clearly see people pretending to have fun, or the fake dancing, right? That's what the nightclub scene really felt like. Right? We had them come in and they're like, "Ooh, ooh, oh my god, this is the best night ever." And you're just like, what the fuck are these people doing, man? You know what I mean? It just looked fake, right? It wasn't a scene of people just having fun, kicking back, right? Now, Mangrove, right? Mangrove from last year, Small Axe, and it was just, but no, it wasn't Mangrove. Was it Mangrove? Yes, no, it was Mangrove, right? Because yes, that's the one where it was just a night at the house party, and everyone dancing in the house party. You felt they were having that fun, right? That felt so real. The music, the sound system, the bass, everyone partying. It felt like a vibe, right? And there's other films that have been able to capture a great nightclub scene. Some of them, the nightclubs are way too empty. This one, again, real empty. There's too much space. There's never that much space in a pop-in nightclub. It's when you're saying now there could be space and you should, not always that full, but you're having a great time. I've been in them spots, right? But when you're showing there's a queue outside, this is the place to be, but then there's all this, it doesn't quite add up. But they're in this nightclub, and everyone's like, all these girls are coming up to the guys and kissing them and being like, "Have you got more? Have you got more?" Right? And everyone's just like, coke? I get coke, weed? I eat? The girls are like, no, urge. We got urge. Right? But again, it's that thing where you'd be like, okay, be sexy. And people just over top, like, "No, no," you know what I mean? And it's just like, yo, what are you doing? No. So there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that, right? And yeah, Jason, he stumbles across this dealer who's got this drug. And look, they've seen how difficult, because no one else has got the drug. Everyone's clamoring for this thing, but no one can get it. So you can see how difficult it is to get it. But then he's being all a dick to the dealer, and you're just like, nah, man. Like you wouldn't do that, right? You want to get your shit, and you want to get it at a good price. So you're going to keep the dealer sweet. You know what I mean? Once you got it and paid, then you could make an arsehole remark if you're not coming back. But it was just like, wait, what? What the fuck? This don't play like that, man. But yeah, so he gets this drug, and he's told, okay, the one rule is you can only take it once, right? No other rules, just it. Only take it once. So he takes the drug to his friends, and they all do it. Well, okay, Jason took it with the dealer. He's not having any effects, so he says, but all his friends are. Now, yeah, things that happen later on do make this sequence you wonder about it, you know? Oh gosh. But I don't know, man. Yeah, as I said, there's a lot of inconsistencies here. Hey, Pierce Brosnan, he's a drug dealer. He's done that. Now, you can see Pierce is having a whale of a time. He is ham sissy. You know what I mean? If you are halal, you don't want to watch Pierce Brosnan in this film because phew, he's really porking it up. You know what I mean? Uh yeah, I mean it's OTT, but fuck it. You know what I mean? Like no one else is really giving you the other performances aren't really like no one's killing it. Right? Everyone's just I I don't there doesn't really seem much with the script, to be honest. There's no real development with the characters. We learn a few things about them, but it's all just that typical stuff that you would expect, right? There's nothing necessarily unique or new here. But yeah, they take drug, they have a great time, and obviously now they want more, right? Neil's got all this stuff planned, but all they want to do is take more drugs. Now, what's confusing, something that was so hard to get, no one could get. Now it seems you can just buy it all up, right? Which, yeah, that doesn't make any sense, but you can imagine what happens. Everything just goes awry. All goes right, all goes crazy. And we just see these more and more ridiculous scenes of people getting messed up, right? Getting messed up. Now, there's one scene with one of our characters, and she goes crazy with some cake. She's just like, oh, she takes a hit, and now she just wants cake, and she's eating all this cake, shoving it in her face, putting it all over herself, and all of this. And we go away, we come back to her, and she's supposedly fallen asleep face first in the cake. But when she brings her face up, there's no cake on her actual face, right? So if you're face first asleep in the cake and you get up and you're like, acting like you couldn't breathe, your face would be covered in cake. There's no cake on her face. Like, say what? Doesn't add up, kid. But hey ho, these things happen. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's kind of what you would expect. but you hope for more, right? You hope for more. You hoped it was going to be a cross between human traffic and, I don't know, something crazy, The Island or something like that. I don't know. But it just falls a bit flat. These things happen. Like someone gets run over and the character is, and people go to help and the character's like, no, 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 stay back. And you're like, but you're not a doctor, right? So you know no more than any of these people. Like, why would you be stay back when they've gone in to try and help? Right? There's just so many ludicrous things. People lifting weights and lifting heavy. So the arms would be burnt out to a point, but then we see them do some more shit. And you're like, I don't know if I'm buying that, man. I don't know. It's a weird film, to be honest with you. It's very odd. It's 90 minutes. So if you just want to throw something on, maybe that you don't have to think about, maybe you check out Urge. But go in with very low expectations. If you go in with very low expectations, I think that might help any enjoyment you may get. But yeah, be warned. It is not the drug of pleasure that it tries to bill itself as. I don't know. You give it a whirl and see what you think, people. Because we all have different tastes. So yeah, you may very well enjoy it. So it's on Amazon Prime in the UK. It's showing it's new. It's not new, but hey ho, it's a film. So yes, Urge. The question is, do you have any? Shit.